A rad equals v squared over r. Do you know what this equation represents? If not, continue watching this video and I'll show you. So we can start by identifying this equation models acceleration when an object is under uniform circular motion. But what does that even mean? First, let's break down how uniform circular motion looks. Draw this diagram here. The acceleration vector is going to be pointing towards the center, and the velocity is going to be pointing perpendicular to the acceleration vector along the direction of motion. So at each point, acceleration is pointing towards the middle and velocity is perpendicular to that in the direction of the motion relative to the circle. Some important key takeaways from uniform circular motion is that the acceleration has varying direction but constant magnitude, and that's also the same for velocity. It has varying direction but constant magnitude, and that means that the length of the velocity vector is always the same, which also means the speed is constant, because if we remember, the magnitude of velocity is just speed. The only thing that's changing is the direction that the velocity vector is pointing in, versus this differs from projectile motion, where we can see here the acceleration is always pointing down throughout the motion. Now we can go back and analyze the equation. So we have a rad equal to v squared over r. This is known as the radial acceleration equation for uniform circular motion, which is just a fancy way of saying motion in a circle, where v is equal to the speed of the object, r is the distance from the center, and a rad is the radial acceleration. Just want to note, rad in a rad just means radial, and we call it radial because it is along the radius. As we can see here in this diagram, the acceleration points along the radius vector. Another note, it also is sometimes referred to as centripetal acceleration, because the word centripetal is derived from Greek, which means to seek the center. That just makes sense because the acceleration is always pointing towards the center. So a rad is the same as a centripetal.